This is Meri at the Meri Atelier, and it is Friday evening, February 21st. Hello, hello. It's good to see you. I am holding my phone in my hands. I'm going to zoom in just a little. And whoops, went right back. There we go. For now, and let me plug it in and put it up on the clamp. Welcome in, welcome in. And fix the clamp. Hi, Legia. Hi, Sherry. Welcome in. Let me get to my stream over on my tablet so I can welcome you all in. Yeah, I've had well, you know what? I was going to go pick up those law books today, and it was really cold this morning. It kind of it warmed up a little this afternoon, but Monday's going to be better. I don't know what's going to be left. She said there'll be some left, so I'm feeling good about that. I don't need a whole library of them. And so far, all I know is that Stephanie, Goldie, and Laura Beth are the only ones who asked me to pick up one for them, so I'll just get them for myself. All right, let me go to my channel here and to my live. And let's go back one. Is that me? Hold on. Hi, Meri Art. I've been having a hard time finding my own stream. Isn't that weird? It says it's already ended. There it is. Okay, I'm here. I'm here, puttering around. I'm puttering tonight. Hello, everybody that's come in. It's good to see you. Let me fix my chat filter to all messages and skip the ad and come into the quality and set that up so that doesn't bother me. Quality, come on, quality. Quality up from 360 to 1080. There we go. There's Becky. Hi, Becky. Hi, Belinda. Hi, Legia. Hi, Sarah. Welcome in, ladies. Hi, Sherry Van. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Who else is in here? That's all I see for right now, but it says I have 15 of you out there, so welcome in. And Penelope is here. And this is a haul that I got from Pearl. Now, she's been holding my invoices for me till the middle of the month. And I made a mistake, you guys. I went to her sale. I went to Jacqueline's sale this evening, and Jacqueline will be selling again, I believe. She had some internet issues, so she had to sign off. But she will be selling again tomorrow around 12 Eastern. So, oh, wonderful things, Jacqueline. Nancy. Hi, Nancy Widner. How are you doing? It's good to see you. So let's just get at this and open this up. I have a feeling I know what this is. It says nativity. It's not a nativity. It's not that heavy of a box. I didn't get a whole lot. I bought, oh, you guys, I can't wait till I get, it's on its way. Wait till you see what I bought from Pearl. Okay. Let me just take the package out. I love that she puts it in these packages for me. I just love that she does that. This is all books here. Oh, I'm going to scooch them out. Oops. I've got some stuff I've been cleaning. I cleaned out in the living room today, all my stuff, because it kind of bothers my brother when feels like there's something down there when I leave that stuff out. Oh, it's a heart. Oh, look, she sent a wooden heart. Ah, that is cool. All right, I'm going to put this behind me. My cart's kind of in the way, so yeah, there's room. I just can't back up. Let's look at the books first. The wooden heart. And I am to the point to where I have some empty boxes now. I taped them up this weekend, and I'm going to sort through things that I'm going to use immediately and things that I want, but I'm not going to use them immediately. And I need to make more space in here. That stuff is crowding around on me. Riley Roses, James Whitcomb Riley. Let me. I guess I should put this the other way. Get this off my desk for now. All right, we don't need this anymore. Let's put it away. Hi, Lori Pink Girly, welcome in. It's good to see you. Legia says, okay, I'm going to pop in a frozen pizza in the oven. I'm too lazy to cook today. It was a tough work week. Oh, Legia. It's the weekend. Now you can veg out. And last night was long with servers down at work. Oh, I'm so sorry, Legia. Those days at work just drive you crazy sometimes, don't they? Yeah. Let's just... This was the one I wanted to see. James Whitcomb Riley. He's one of the first ones that I studied in, this is the cover, the book cover. It was on it like this. This is cool. When we studied in English, but look at these neat pictures. What year is this? Is this something I can share, you guys? It belonged to, I think it's Addie Design, Diane. Let me hold this up. Maybe you guys can make better sense of it than me. Can you see that name? Can any of you make that out? That name? Let's see if there's a copyright on this. I can't read this either. There's a dedication there. Is there a copyright? Look at this. Ah, Riley Roses. Oh, look, you guys. Oh, wow. Let me zoom in so you guys can see. Let me get this off of my desk. Let me zoom in so you guys can see this better. I see another altered book project coming. It's going to take us 2 years to do the one we're doing, and let me come out just a little bit more. Come on. Now, let's see. This is straight here. So that's Riley Roses. Illustrated by Howard Chandler Christie. Published 1909, you guys. Oh, the old-fashioned roses, the song of yesterday. This is Old English. The rose, a vision of summer. Oh, you guys, this is wonderful. The world is full of roses, and the rose is full of dew. And the dew is full of heavenly love that drips for me and you. Oh, wow. And then it has this wonderful light red kind of a graphic frame around it. Riley's Roses. And look at this. Uh-huh. We're loving these type of pictures, aren't we? Whoops. Which way? This way? Wow. Oh, this is a wonderful book. I paid $5 for this, but it certainly is worth it. Look at this. This almost looks like the ladies that we're doing now. Only this says it was illustrated by (1909). Illustrated by Howard Chandler Christie. I'm going to have to look him up and see if he studied with the Harrison Fisher crowd and the Gibson girls, because that's what it looks like. And I just love these pages. These are awesome. Wonderful book. I'm glad I got it. All right, what am I going to do with the books? I'm going to set them over here till after the stream. This one I bought for the cover, and this is a of Human Bondage. W. Somerset, Maugham, well, let's look in here. And there's some, I bought this one mostly for the cover. And she put the Somerset, Maugham. Distinctive volume is encased in intonable design. The Lewis, is that the 16th replica binding? Is XVI, I think that's 16th. Significant English novels of the 20th century. This one I don't think is as old. It's 1915 and 1936, so it's not quite out of copyright. But I don't think there are any pictures in here. It's mostly text, which is okay. I'll take out the text block, and I got it for the cover, and you know, the spine. Yeah, that's gonna be okay with me. I usually mess that stuff up anyway. Let's see what else I have here. Did I close that or open it? This one is the Hamlin Encyclopedia. Oh, this was an I remember buying this. This was only $2, but look at that. Look at that fly sheet. Isn't that cool? Nobody was buying it, so I did. Yeah, this is neat. And this is probably, I'm guessing, 1940s maybe, 1950. The Book Production Industries, Inc. of Chicago, copyright 1936, 1946, 1947, 1948, and 1950. Look, there's a leather saddle, I think. Yeah. And I like the cover of this, too. This could be very much steampunk. And look, there's a light bulb back there. There's a light bulb. Is that Thomas Edison? Maybe? I don't know. And then most of these I bought for the cover, because here's another one that kind of matches what I'm doing in my slow journaling now. And the spines are broken, but I don't mind that because I usually break that stuff anyway. And again, I bought it for the cover. I love that cover. And it's all text, which is okay. And, oh dear, I'm going to have to. Then this one is a book of Hampton, well, Court Palace, but it goes with the Hampton Down. And Victoria Magazine has a lady in residence, and she is the current lady of that palace that Hampton Down was based off of. And so, and then I had several months ago purchased some fabric from Erin in the Arandex, and she had some Hampton Down fabrics, the Queen State Apartments. I wonder if this is, I think it's Hampton Down, Hampton Court Palace. I'm not sure this is Hampton Down. I'll have to read it more close. I thought Hampton Down when I saw it. And then this, let's see what this one is. This one is Love, Life, and Laughter. This is a leisure arts book. And I think it's all cross stitch. I couldn't leave it alone. What did I pay for it? It's a $10 book. I paid $1 for it. $1! You can't beat it for $1, you guys. Now, Pearl usually sells, oh, there's a cross-stitch magazine in there. I think she just threw that in for me. Look, there's a bunny rabbit. Ring the bell for maid service. If no answer, do it yourself. I know Becky has talked several times about taking little motifs and just doing the little motifs. And I just put up on my Facebook page, I'll probably have to put it up here too, on my community tab, a scissors. I think I can do that right now. If you guys want to see. I designed this in 2007. And I was watching Jacqueline's sale. Let's get rid out of my mail. Get rid of all my notifications. And let's come into YouTube. Oh, I'm still in Jacqueline's sale.
Today I got to work.
Oops, let's turn the sound down. Come on. And let's go to my channel. And I don't want to go to my live. I want to come to my channel, and I want to go to my post tab, and I want to share this picture with you. Is it on this one or my other phone? Let me see. I think it's on this phone. No. I'm gonna have to, it's on my other phone. It's out in the other room. I can't do it right now, but I have a scissors. If you're on Facebook, if you look, I just posted it. Go to my feed, and it should be the top post. It's of a scissors with shamrocks, and I did it in 2007. And I think I'm going to stitch it up, and then where the shamrocks are, I'll probably stitch the shamrocks, but I will probably tat them too and put some tatting on it. So this is a nice cross stitch book. I don't do as much cross stitch anymore, but this is something that I will peruse. And I got a country stitch magazine. Begin the Town Square Afghan. Oh, well, we got the beginning, which is the grocery store and the antique store. Oh, look, and that is cool. Well, we got 2 of them. What else is in here? Stitching for all seasons, the alphabet sampler, miniature, pillows, wreath, bears and bunnies and blocks, house blessing, town square, Afghan, country valentines. Valentine is over with now. Sources for supplies, utterly country, and general instructions for cross stitch. But see, you could grab that little house off of the sampler, and that was what Becky, have you done any of that, Becky? Not that I'm planning, I'll probably do my scissors design. I'm not planning on doing any of these, but I do like here's a house blessing. I like the town square one. But we just have the grocery store and the antique store. And then country valentines. And then some cows. All right, so that's the books. Thank you, Pearl. I'm loving that James Whitcomb Riley. I'm going to have to research that one a little more. That one I can share in the public domain. Now there's some fabrics and laces, and let's see what's in here. Oh, I got these. I'm so glad I got these, because I'm ready to put things on here. So, 2 spindles, some lace. Now I'm going to take the ruffle out. I don't care for ruffled lace, but I think it'll be pretty easy to take that stitching out. So that's a project. Looks like I've got a pretty lady scroll here. That's pretty cool. What that says. 25 cents or $2. I'm not sure what that is. Oh, wait, it says Meri, $2. And what are we going to do with that? It certainly can't be cut. I'll probably have to fold it. Let's roll it back up. Oh, you guys, I bought cool stuff at Jacqueline's tonight, and I went cross-stitch shopping at my friend down in Missouri today, so I really spent more money than I should. And here's some cool trim with the dangles on it. This was $1.50 a yard, which was very, very reasonable. Isn't that cool? I could see this on boho, but I could also see it on like the shabby chic too. So I'm sure she had to share this out. And here's some more spindles. Yay! I'm glad I got the spindles. I've been wanting some of those. And it looks like some fabric here. Oh, look, it's lace. It's lace. She had a lace palooza, I think. Lace. I'll have to put all of these little, I'm not going to open them all up. This one is pretty. This is kind of a pinky coral. More pink, I think, than coral. This is an ivory. This one's pretty, too. Isn't that pretty? I'm waiting for me to catch up with me. I have to go up a little. Very pretty. So lace, 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 and lace. We'll come back to that. This is some little hankies that have applique on them. And she was saying you could snip those off, and you certainly can. I think I got 2 of them. Did I get 2? Well, it only has 1 applique though. So she must have divvied those out too. And here's some other. Now this is more of a linen. This could be done, used in slow stitch. I love the linen. This is a linen one. I like that. I'm going to save that one out. And then this is just a, this is just a cottony piece here. Looks like a napkin of sorts that she had this wrapped up in. I'm going to put it back. And what else? All this beautiful lace. Some kind of a scarf fabric. Meri won, I think it was $3. She stapled it. It's kind of a scarf, a sheer scarf type fabric. And it's got little, almost like little rose appliques. They're really dimensional. Very interesting piece of fabric. And this is another $3 piece. She stapled these. I would prefer her not to staple. She must have ran out of pins. My stapler in here. My staple remover. Of course not. I'll have to come back and take all these staples out. This is kind of a, this is a pretty piece of neutrals. Very pretty. I'll use that in my slow stitch. This is kind of a dark pinky color. I think she was this what she was calling Williamsburg? I can't remember if this was part of the Williamsburg. She was selling Williamsburg. And wait, let's see what it says over here. Yeah. Well, I think that's, yeah, that's Williamsburg. It's very pretty, and I think this is too Williamsburg. Now these are going to go, at least part of them are going to go in my 2025 stitch journal. And here's some gold paisley. I'm not sure why I bought that. Paisley's not my favorite. And here's some pinkish eyelet kind of hexagon pieces in there. That's kind of a unique piece of fabric. I could see putting little stitches in there. I'll probably use that in my slow stitch. And here's the same thing, only in white. And I will definitely use that in my slow stitch. Here's an embroidered piece. I pay for this $2.50. Let me open this up. It's probably machine embroidery. But it's very pretty. Yeah, it's probably done with machine. Most likely done with a machine, but it's very, very pretty. I'll probably use that in my slow stitch too. I did get out the other day some pieces and started a meditation sampler. I did all that. I've got quite a length of it now. Here's some butterfly fabric she was selling. This is Sunflower Garden. My Sunflower Garden by Jane Stacy, S-H-A-S-K-Y for Henry Glass and Company. Pattern 1382. But it's all butterflies. So that's pretty. And then this is just some blue floral. Very pretty. And this will go, I'm doing kind of blues and pinks and pale colors in 2025. I should be doing mocha. Or what is it? Mocha is the 2025 color. I should be doing more of this. I can put that in there. But that's it, my friends. For my haul. Not a huge haul. I love those books. I love the books, and it got laces and fabrics. Now I do have another one on the way to me. She just mailed it out today. And I know there are some of those I think she sold the last of her spools. She was selling spools. She had a source for spools. Not these, but more the big spool. Boy, am I glad I got these. I'll put these back in here. And this is an awesome piece. I'll have to sort all this out. And I'm just going to put the spindles back in there too. So that was a fun haul. Not a huge one, but enough. Enough to keep me till the year 3025. Now you'd be surprised when you buy this stuff, you don't have anything in mind for it. And as you're working or you come across the project, you go, oh, I know what I can use for that. And then you go and pull it out. All right, let me put this in the box behind me. If I can just turn around. And ouch. I don't know what I'm going to do with this. For right now, I'm going to put it, I got a paintbrushes over. Now I'm going to put it on a paintbrush like that, so it won't fold and it won't roll away on me. That's pretty cool there. Probably put it up on top over a paint bottle. Make a bottle topper out of it. And I got a heart, a wooden heart. So let me come out and let me grab my phone again. Welcome folks in and say hello to you all and wish you all a good weekend. It's going to warm up. It's going to warm up. Let me go back here. Do 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 do. Don't need that. Don't need that. Stephanie? Hi, Stephanie. Welcome in, lady. Sending you good vibes. Hi, River City. Welcome in. Mocha is the 2025 Pantone color. Now, see, if I would have known that, I could have collected fabrics for it. Aunt Beck, how's your son feeling? Angie wants to know. Debbie says, hopefully we will go back to normal Texas weather soon. Debbie, if you will put in a link to your channel where you're going to have your sale. Debbie is selling, are you still selling tomorrow at 2 p.m.? Is that Central or Eastern? If you'll put in a link, I will pin it for you. Becky said her son is a bit better, but he's still sick. Who did you get these goodies from, Allie K says? They came from Pearl at Pearl's Finds. Yeah. Pearl always has good stuff for sale, let me tell you. 2 p.m. Eastern. Drop a link, Debbie, and I will pin it. Debbie had it. Are you still destashing? Is this a destash sale? Debbie Epps is having a sale tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern. Let's see, who else is in here? Kitty Jen says, I just saw your shamrock scissors, Mary. Those are cute. I did those in 2007, and you know what? That's been 18 years ago. Where did the time go? 18 years ago. I had a cross-stitch software on an old desktop computer back then. I no longer have that software. Destashing some art. Let me pin this. Whoops, I got out of it. I went to her stick. Oh, wait. Well, here. I got out of it. I got out of my own. Hold on. Hold on. I'm at someplace. Somebody else's. There we go. I want to pin Debbie's. I keep going to it. Debbie, would you do that again? Only put the word sale in there, 2 p.m. Eastern, because when I try to pin it, it catches that link and then it bops off to your sale. It's hard to pin just a link. I'm making her work tonight. You're finishing the faux lace tonight. Ooh, cool. Let's see. While we're waiting for her to do that, let's go back up. Angie got her answer. Belinda's saying hello to River City. Stephanie's here. Angie. Allie, I feel like I'm just going in a hole and putting the dirt over me. Angie, just go take a nap. You don't have to put any dirt over your head. You don't have to crawl in a hole. Just take care of yourself. I know it's hard when you don't feel good. I had kind of a headache today. I had a kind of a migraine. But I think for me, once I took an Angie nap, maybe late morning, and around, either late morning or around noon, something around in there. And that really helped. Allie Kay says she's been having sinus and allergy trouble the last few days. She says, I know, Angie, what you're going through. Let's see. Yeah, those came from Pearl at Pearl's Finds. Let's see, what else? Angie says, you know what the hardest part of having eye surgery? You can't rub your eye when it's itching. Oh. Hi, Vale. Welcome in, Miss Vale. Mrs. Vale. Vale, I think is her first name. Legia says, I thought I missed it too, Vale. Let's see, Legia says, Vale, Mary said she was having internet problems, so she ended early. She's going to stream again tomorrow. Yeah, Jacqueline, she kept freezing. And when she first signed on, her picture was real fuzzy, but she got that resolved. But she's going to stream again tomorrow around, she said 12 Eastern. So that would be 11 Central. And she was winding down her sale. I mean, she didn't have that much to go, I don't think. So she'll be done by the time Debbie comes on. I bought so much today. I love you, Jacqueline, but I'll probably not go to your sale tomorrow and go to Debbie's. See what she has. Let's see. Legia says hello to Kitty. Legia says, so I tried again cross-stitching last fall, and I still can't get it. So I apologized to my mom and told her it was me, not her. She said, of course it was you, not me. Oh, I love it. My mom tried to teach me to cross-stitch when I was a kid, and I couldn't get it. But then my mom wasn't patient and not a very good teacher. So I tried again cross-stitching last fall, and I still can't get it. Well, I like needlework a lot. I avoid calling it cross-stitch because it sounds so crafty when you call it cross-stitch. The friends I have down in St. Louis who cross-stitch or do needlework all the time, I mean, I tell these gals they are fiber artists. Yeah, they go, oh, poo, but they do beautiful, beautiful, beautiful work. Just beautiful. My mouth drops, and they buy really nice linens and really nice threads, and they have done needlework all their lives, and their work is just gorgeous, every last one of them. So, it's just something like every other area of art. You have to practice of it. My very first needlework piece was, gosh, I must have been in my 20s, and one of my friends had a little ladies gift together, and she did a jar lid with a rainbow and probably some flowers. I remember the rainbow, I don't remember anything else. And that was my very first experience with cross stitch. So I wasn't any young chicken when I first tried it. All right, what else is going on? There it is. Let me pin Debbie's. Well, I'm still going to her. Hold on. Now I have an ad. Got a TikTok ad. Do, 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 do. There we go. Pin message. There we go. So now, don't ho-hum Debbie's sales, because last time she had a wonderful, wonderful sale. Man, I loved your sale, Debbie. I'll be there tomorrow. Yes, Jen, 1 p.m. Central and 2 Eastern. Oh, Jen, you're out in California, though, so 2 Eastern would be what? 1 would be 1, 12, 11? 11 o'clock, I think, for you. 11, 12 Mountain, 1 Central, and 2 Eastern. 2 Eastern, 1 Central. I have to think this through. 12 Mountain and 1 Pacific. Hi, Teresa. Whoops, what did I do? Got out of there. Hi, Teresa, how are you? You're going to join too, Debbie. It'll be dangerous for my wallet because I'll be on the bus coming back home, and it's a long bus ride. Hi, Carol. Welcome in. 11 Pacific. Thank you, Becky. Becky helps me with my heart. I have to count on my fingers. Well, really, when I count on my fingers, I'm visualizing it. I'm a visual learner, and I was trying to tell Katia that. I was asking her how to do a tatting technique, and she sent me a paper that she wrote on it, and I read it, and I understood most of it, but there was one thing in there, and I said, I need a demo. I'm a visual learner. 2 p.m. Eastern is 11 a.m. here. Yeah. Debbie says, I have used PayPal to bill or Venmo. So you got 2 choices there. Jacqueline doesn't like PayPal. She doesn't bill through PayPal, but I do pay her through PayPal. I think I do. Yeah, I use PayPal. And the reason I use it is because it's kind of all my payments are centralized there. I don't like paying here and paying there and paying there and paying there. I don't like doing that. You'll still be in your painting class. Well, it'll probably go for a couple hours. All right, let's see what else is going on. Becky says, Debbie, what are your cell rules? You have rules? Debbie, She says, I've used PayPal to bill or Venmo. Teresa says she's feeling better. Debbie says, serve in order 1, then come back up. So let's just say that Debbie has A, B, C, D, E, F, G items. Maybe she has 3 of A and 10 of D and a couple of B and C up in there. Well, and let's say there's 20 people after everything. She'll start with the first person and give them their choice and 1, and then she'll work down until she gets to the bottom of the list, and then she'll go back up to the first one and give her second choice. And if something is already taken, then she goes to the next choice over. Let's say by the time she gets to the third person, what she wanted here is no longer available. She'll go there. I think that's fair. And sometimes when I know people do that, I'll put in all the ones I want, knowing that I'll put the one I want most at the front, and then the others in the order of what I like. And knowing that I won't get them all. And yeah. And then she bills through Venmo or PayPal. Has anyone heard from Lori Beth or Goldie? Goldie's checked in with me a couple times. Just kind of left a comment on I think she left it on the membership area. She seems to be doing well. I don't know. I haven't heard specifically how she's doing, but she must still be alive if she can comment. Maybe she'll pop in tonight later. Yeah, I've seen her since her operation. She had surgery on Tuesday, and I've seen her on I think she left a comment, or somebody with her name left a comment on one of the posts in the membership area. So are we at a stopping point? Let me turn this off and move on. I don't think I'm going to be on awful late tonight. I'm kind of tired. I told you I was sorting today, and I have run across a few things I thought I would look at again and maybe use. I don't know where I got these. I'm sure at a sale or Happy Meal or something. I generally do not buy flowers like this. But let's see. And you know what? They're not even been opened, I don't think. And obviously, if they were from a store, if they were from a thrift store, they would have a postmark, and if they were brand new, they would have the manufacturer, like if it was Paper Studio or what. But these are paper flowers. Wow, there's a lot of them in here too. Ooh, these are kind of cool. So these are something I need to use this stuff up. Put that there. What else do I have here? I think this is a hobby. This looks like a Hobby Lobby. I bought these feet. Did I buy these? I think I got this from a sale. Somebody had a sale. This is a peacock. It says Meri A there. I don't know if these came from Lori. Here's some steampunk. And these are just pretty framed floral and design here. Some print. Here, let's see what it says. Wishing you all the best. These would make nice cards. And what's this one? Some Christmas. I'm not sure. These obviously came from a sale. I don't know if they were pearl or who sold those. I'm liking these. I think this, you know, I'm going to take these flowers out and put them in a bag. Not here now, because when I tap in my recliner, I I have a I have a little, it's not a TV tray, it's kind of like a little magazine stand next to me, and it has a box on it, a fairly big box that I keep stuff in. But I have that box that has a lid on it, but I tend to, like I'm seated here, and I tend to put my scissors and my needle threader and my crochet hook on that box, and they tend to fall. And I'm wanting a box that I can put stuff in. And this looks like the right size. I think I got this, it looks like it might have come from Pearl. Could have come from Deb. Or Paint Girly. It's been a while. Or this might have come from Wendy, the Papered Rooster, too. She sells a lot of things like this. Here's some Tim Holtz measuring tape. I'm going to put that in my... Well, you know what? I need to get out one of those cigar boxes, and I don't know where I got all of these. Obviously, I think it might have come from Wendy. These are kind of neat. I need to use this stuff up. This was obviously stuff from a sale that just got put in. Here's some more of that tape. This is not Tim Holtz. This is Simplicity. Some Tim Holtz mini paper clips. I was looking for some of those. There's some stamps, which makes me think these came from Lori, Paint Girly, but could have come from Wendy too. And here's some dies, corner dies. Well, I'm going to put all this stuff back. This is all good stuff. But see, I've got to find a place for this. That's my problem. I had it in the other room. When I cleaned out the other room, I probably opened the package, and I probably opened the package and set it down underneath or something, and it got shoved around, and I never saw it again. This is all good stuff. Let me go down to, let me refresh my chat. Chat filter. Top messages. Chat filter. All messages. I got to get in this room and clean. So that's going down there. Now I have another I want to go through. What did I do with that? I have another one. Was that it? No, this. Now I know I didn't get this for a sale. This is just stuff I've had out by my recliner, and I tend to stuff things in there. I used to, when Samsung still used earbuds, the earphones, earbuds. Here's all those little rubber things. I'm going to throw them away. Little rubber ear things. I don't need these anymore. I put them all in one package. My earphones would die, and I'd save all the little rubber pieces in case I lost one. I'm going to throw them away. But I'm going to save the little package. I'll put these in a junk journal. Not the rubber things, but the little snap pocket. And I got several of those. I miss my earbuds because I don't like... See, I've got several of them here. I don't like... these are all empty. But I'd buy the cheapy ones at the dollar store, and they wouldn't last me that long. But I got the little packages. I got a whole bunch of little packages. And this is over several months worth. So this is something I can put in a junk. I could put it in that sack, but I put it over. This, I saving this for, I need a white paper here. I'll put that there. This is kind of like a little, this was also off of the earphone, the earbud. This was the top of the case that they hung it up on the sale rack. But I thought it makes a little drawer pull. So I was saving those. Oh, look, I've got some erasers here that need to be carved. And some elastic. I got some elastic. I got a whole bunch of elastic from Deb. Here's some washi tape. I'm going to put that in my drawer. And what else is in this box? See, here's another one of those little drawer pulls. Here's some more washi tape. Here's a little Easter egg. I might make some Easter postcards. This was done in 2018. A little Easter bunny. I carved that little bunny. And there's my dentist. He's no longer at that place. He moved to Lincoln. And this was I don't know who I got it from, but I bought some fabric, and it says solar something. $15 gift card. I saved it because of this snow globe. That could go in the junk journal. It's a flosser. Here's another one of those drawer pulls. That's trash. Whoops. I'll throw all these little things away. I don't need my dentist thing anymore. And washi tape. This can be tossed. I use those little scope. This is what I floss my teeth with. I don't know how it got in there. Probably because it was sitting next to my recliner. Yeah, see, I saved several of those. I think they'll make nice little drawer pulls. If I ever need a drawer pull. This washi tape is... I should use all this up. It's getting old. And I've got another one. And what's this? No tape measure. It's a plastic one. A paper clip. Here's a little case. There's one of those little pulls that's not on anything. I'm going to throw it away. A hook. A clothespin. Penny. A penny. I've got 3 pennies. There's another one that can be tossed. I found this lid of, I think it was beer, out on the road. Picked it up. And here's one of those wide, you know, let the adventure begin. Oh, I don't think that's, could be. I'm not sure what, I think this is supposed to be a magnet. I think it's pretty well. I'm going to toss it. Well, I could keep it for the what else? A needle. A curved needle. We'll give that to Penelope. I'm just puttering tonight. Some floss. I'll use this. I'll save that out. I need some floss. And I think everything else in here is junk. One of those little rubber things, a hook, a spring. All right, let's throw all of this away. So what are you going to do with what's out here, Mary? I don't know. I can't decide if I want to keep him anymore. I might need that. Okay, I have to find a home for this. I'm going to throw this away because it's no longer good. Oh, are these some baggies? Here, I've got some baggies here. Put them in there. And I should put them with that other bag. So I've kind of sorted out. Now, Debbie sent me a whole bunch of elastic and zippers, and I'm going to put those in boxes and take them upstairs. I won't need them. I'm going to keep the erasers out. I'm going to keep the Easter egg out. Yeah. I think what I'll do is put these in my, I have some junk journaling, some kit boxes, and I need to go through those kit boxes and use up. I'm not going to do anything with these things tonight. This postcard I'm keeping out. It's my, yeah. What's that's a tag? That was an earbud tag. I thought it was so cool. They made a tag and put the earbuds on it. This item is electrically protected. I'll even put my pennies back in there. So that's all this junk I wanted to sort out. I'll put that in my... So... I don't know what I'm going to do with these. I was thinking, you know, they could be... I've got tea boxes. I could make lids for my tea box. So I think I'll keep those. What was I going to do with those tea boxes? I had a flash of an idea with how to use my empty tea boxes, and now I don't remember it. I need to write that stuff down. I was out in the kitchen, though. All right. I'm going to keep the erasers out. I'll put them in my drawer here. And I'm going to keep... That's probably... Well, it's still got some stretch in it. I might need one. So... Throw this stuff away. Now, let me look at chat. Let me refresh my chat. Hot messages. Chat filter. All messages. Thanks, Angie. Oh, there's Goldie. Hi, Goldie. Pennies may become collectible as they're trying to eliminate them. Oh, I've got a whole bunch of pennies. Not only do I have a whole bunch of pennies here, I was cleaning out in the other room. I was cleaning out behind my recliner. And I throw all my loose change in a jar. And then when the jar gets full, I throw it in a bag. And I was sorting out behind my recliner. You know, I was sitting in the recliner and I was sorting out. I have a whole stack of magazines I'm going to tear up. And I was sorting out books and, you know, paper and things I want to keep, different piles. And I ran across that sack of pennies and I threw it over the bag of money over by my brother. And I think he's kind of shocked I had that much change. It was kind of heavy. I'm going to spend it this year. So I think what I want to do now, you guys, I finished my junk journal and I think I want to bind it. And so I'm going to start from the back. Well, let's start with these two and then we'll add the others as I go. And I think I'm going to do Copic style. So I need to get a pattern, and I'm just going to, I don't have no rhyme or reason for the pages. This happened to be, this was one of the last ones that I did. And this came out of a sewing book. And it'll kind of go, this will kind of go with the buttons here. So I need to grab a piece of paper here. Hopefully I have one that I can use. I don't want to use that. It's good. Those are good. Hold the phone. I never have a piece of scratch paper when I want it. Hold on. I'm going to have to, when I go to town, the next time I go to town, I'm going to have to get a ream of copy paper. Just plain old white copy paper at Walmart. I pretty much use it to scribble on, and I was helping my brother this past week. It really tired me out. He had several things he wanted copied, and I helped him with his VA stuff. I helped him with his house insurance, and he had an insurance claim. I'll tell you, it all tired me out. All right, let's see. Let's just fold this in half. And I want to save the gutter, I think. But I want to curve the, let's use this as a template here. Don't need much of a curve, do I? Okay, now I'm just going to kind of guesstimate. I'm going to fold this in half. I should have these the same, although they're probably, yeah, they look, well, that one actually looks smaller, but I'm going to make these the same. One is larger than the other. One's quite a bit larger than the other. But not too much, just a kind of a different shape. I'll cut that little piece off. There. Now I want to kind of crease that in the center so I know where the center is. And put that egg over there. I have to get busy and make some Easter postcards. All right, so right in here, about in here is the center. So, and of course, I have a hard time seeing. This from here to here is centimeters. It's about 7 1/4, but I don't care about the 1/4. And that makes sense because this is 3 1/2 right here. So if I go in 1 1/2 inches, no, an inch, 2 1/2. It's hard to see. 1 inch, and in 1 inch here at 3 1/2, 4 1/2. 5 1/2. That's what my mark is right here. And 6 1/2. Right here. That should do it. And I am going to do all of these Copic style. All right, that's 2 1/2, so I want 1 1/2. 1 1/2. 1 1/2. How come I got 1, 2, 3, 1 1/2? That doesn't make sense. That's not quite center, I don't think. That's 3 1/2. And that's to 7 there. 1, 2, 3.5. 1, 2, 3.5. It doesn't make sense to me. Oh, I'm only going an inch, so 1.5 right there, and that is only a 1/2 inch, so a 1/2 inch in right there. So I got 1, 2, 3 center, 1, 2, 3. So I'll have 7 holes in here, and then I'm going to take this and mark it this way. And then on here, it comes in, and of course, oh, there's somebody calling at what time? 8:30, 8:40. And I'm never going to see those marks there. So I'm going to use my pink pen. I'd get up and mute that phone, but I have to move the cart and everything. I don't want the red, maybe the green, maybe this light blue will show. And so, oh, no, that's light blue there. Well, we'll try it. Let's see if this shows. Yeah, it does. So here, and I'm about a 1/2 in, I'm kind of 1/2 inch in, I'm kind of eyeballing it. So I'm going to poke a hole there, 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 and there. Here, here, and here. And I can see them. Actually, is that where I want them? Actually, I put them on the wrong side. Let's see if I can get those off. Probably not. Put them on the wrong side. I wonder if I can use a little. I do things dumb. Let's see if I can use a little hand sanitizer and get it off. Where did I do it? Yeah, hand sanitizer takes it off. Did it on the wrong side, Meri. Let's do it again. I wanted it here. And come in about a 1/2 inch. Let's do this again. So this is the center. 1, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Now I think I'll get the red one out and put these away. So in here, I'll be punching holes there, but in here, I want to mark, and let's see, this is the back, and really those should be on this side too, but I'm going to poke through there, so I should mark top here on this, so I have the same thing for the top for all of them. And I think I pretty much have it. So I'm going to mark top here. I get the top off of my cap. T. So inside of here, I'm only going to do this a page at a time, but luckily it isn't like 100 pages. And I'm just going to kind of, wow. Now, not all of these are going to fit, it looks like, so I'm going to put my page even with the book, and I'm not going to do that one's too close to the edge. We'll see what happens when I get ready to bind it. There, 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 there. And this one's too close. If it's too close to the edge, I will just slit in there a little. We'll see. I might skip the end ones when I'm binding. So I might not do this one. Or I might just move it in a little, although it's an inch. But if I start down here and down here, that's an awful lot. So I have to figure this out, because this really needs to come in right to there maybe. So it might be a little closer here and here, a half of an inch there, and an inch on all the others, because I've got a deep. That's what I'm going to do. So half an inch in and an inch on these. Did I get that one? I missed one here. And here. All right, now what I want to do is get my, and if I mess up on this, I mess up, and I'll find a way around it and move on from there. Now, did I want to move in a half an inch in here too, I think. Yeah. So where, I need my blue out. Let's see if I can do it with the pink. Here. And here. And where's my towel? Let's see if I can get that, those end ones off. I need my blue one out again. Hold the phone, Mary's gonna get her blue paint pen out. I threw it back in here. Alright, let's mark this up again. This is the top. Of course, I didn't mark it on this side. Here. And here. And it might be a little cattywampus, but it's a junk journal. I'm not going to mind cattywampus. So here, 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 and here. Now, just for the fun of it, let's see if these match up. And they do, for the most part. That's what I need. So I need to take and punch holes, and I'm going to punch these one at a time. I'm only going to bind one sheet at a time, so I'm going to punch them as I go. So there's a hole there. One here. I'm punching through that Tim Holtz linen tape. There. It's pretty strong stuff. There. There. Now, there is a way to measure this so you have enough for the whole journal thread, but I'm not going to work with long threads tonight. I'm not up to it. So I'll probably have to tie my threads every couple sheets or so. Tie, you know, stop a thread and re-thread it again. Now, do I see them here? Wow. Here's one. Here. Where's the other one? Can I feel it? Here. And this one should be a 1/2 inch. So there. 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 Here. Here. And there. Now those should match up pretty good. So, and I decided, if I can find it, I was going to use this gold thread to bind with. Just plain old crochet thread. It's Hobby Lobby brand. I like to tap with the Hobby Lobby thread. It doesn't tangle as much, and it is Egyptian cotton. And they reduced the price. It's $1.99, but it's 100% mercerized Egyptian cotton. Now, I don't know if it's always going to be $1.99. It used to cost like $2.68 or something. And the paper here, I just take and fold it and put it in the hole there. Now, find the beginning here. I am going to use a curved needle to bind with. And where did I put that paper? You aren't going to see. Is that the larger one? I think those two are about the same size. I thought I had a large one. I do, right here. I have a whole bunch of Altoid tins. I need to get those out and put things like these needles and those little paper clips and things like that in them. I need to do that. Okay, so there is the tutorial that I watched when I did the Copic binding, and I'm doing this from memory. So don't take this as a tutorial, because I didn't punch this. I'm doing it from memory, but I watch treasure books, Coptic binding. If you just do a Google search or a YouTube search for treasure books, Coptic binding, you will find her tutorial. And she goes step by step. She does it really clear. But I'm not going to, I'm sure I'll probably make some mistakes along the way here. So don't think that this is the way you do Coptic binding. I mean, it's similar. It's my memory of what she did. And I know you start from the back, so that's what I'm going to do. This is my back cover. And let me finish doing this. And I'm going to punch through these holes again here. And see, these aren't exactly straight. This one's a little off, but it's good enough for me. It's a junk journal. It's supposed to be a little off. And that looks like more of an inch. These look pretty good, but this one looks like it's maybe 1.25 inches. I don't think it's 1.5 inches, but it's more than an inch, and that's more than a 1/2 inch. But this is a good 1/2 inch. But we'll see how it measures up when I do this. So this is my top, and this is my top. Now, the length of thread, she just did smaller books in her tutorial. But I have a fairly large book. I mean, this is what, 8 inches, 7 inches? Nine inches. So this is fairly tall. So I don't want a great big long thread. So I'm just going to pull here, maybe 6 of that length. But I know that's not going to be enough thread. And I'm going to do it single thread. I'm not going to double my thread. So this. I gotta get the glasses are running down my nose. 1, 2. I'll put this in my lap. 3. And I'm making it longer because I'd rather have some left over than not have enough. I might have 6 there, but I'm going to go 1 more. And that's long enough. That's as long as I want to handle. Probably more than I want to handle. And where's my needle now? Here's my needle. I'll get my bunny rabbit out of the way. All that stuff over to the side. And welcome in, everybody. Becky said, see you all later. Becky is on a marathon for finishing work in progress projects. She is a finishing fool. Becky, the finishing fool. She says, don't you call me a fool. I don't mean fool in the bad sense of the word. I mean fool in the expert sense of the word. She's finishing. She has a system. She's pulling numbers and she's finishing projects. All right, let me thread this. Becky is an early to bed, early to rise person. All right. So you go, I think you start on the inside, to tell you the truth. And I think she tied a knot. I don't like tying a knot. I can't remember if she tied a knot or left the length. But you start on the inside like this and pull it through. Pull it through, pull it through, pull it through, pull it through, pull it through. Yeah, this is way more thread than I really want to work with, but we'll work with it. And I guess I'm going to get out a bobby pin because I need it. To hold my thread while I'm hold my page, I mean. And then this thread will come under that bobby pin. And I might, just for the fun of it, come back in. Well, we'll see what I do. I can't remember exactly what she did. I'm wanting to say she tied a knot, but I don't remember. It's been a while since I've watched her video. Let me pull this. And of course, I've got my thread underneath my bobby pin. Of course I did that. There we go. And it's going to be a little wobbly at first here until I get it a good start. And so here's my thread here. I'm going to leave a good tail on this because I got more thread than, so I'm going to tuck my thread under the bobby pin. Hopefully that'll hold it. Now I haven't gone through the book cover yet, but you go through the book cover, and I probably should have a stronger thread, but as I said, this is just a junk journal. So I'm going to go under my book cover, and you need to kind of keep your thread as neat as possible. That goes over there, and then I'm going to pull it. I'm pulling it through to the back of the book cover there. I'm just going to set my thread, my needle down and pull. Now I don't remember exactly how she started this, so I'm going to kind of do my own thing here. The important thing is that you get it into a nice little knot to hold it. But there's probably a proper way to do it. Mary's not following. And, all right, it's pulled through. Now I'm going to come back, and it's hard to see, but I'm going to go around. Oh boy, is my finger wiping the... I'm going to come around, and I think what you do with your needle is come under that thread. There's a thread there. Come under it like that. And keep your threads. Working with long threads is a challenge, but we know we do that when we do true rings and tatting. And I work with long threads when I bind my journals with a... So it's nothing new to me, but the important thing is to keep stuff like this out of the way, keep all your scissors and everything pushed away, because your thread will catch on to anything that's laying loose out here. And then just try to keep it from tangling. I see I got a little tangle in there. If I can get it out before it causes a big problem. And part of the problem is my desk is dark. So let me see if I can get this pulled out. Sometimes if you just shake it, it will shake itself loose. I don't know if that one will or not. You don't want to pull it tight, you want to pull it loose. Ah, come on. It's easier to work with shorter threads than longer threads because of this. See, the more I'm pulling on it, the more tangly it's getting. Come on, don't do that to me. There we go. And once I get going here, we'll get it, but see, it's just twisted in on itself. There. Okay, now I'm pulling it through. And what I should do is paste a white paper down. One trick is to put your thumb in between the threads, so if they start to tangle, your thumb and your finger are catching it before it gets too bad. And this is really happens more with you when you're working with the longer stuff. Come on, come in there. Okay, all I did was come from the inside. I started on the inside. I came in through the back, came around, under, and now I'm going to go back in. And I think that's how you start it. But let me straighten my thread out here so that I can do. I have to go back in. I have to go back in the same one. Just to start. I'll get my needle pulled through there. I'm still on the top stitch. And because this is paper, you want to be careful how tight you pull on it, because you can very much tear the paper. But I do have washi. I've got that Tim Holtz washi tape on this one. I don't think I have it on all of them. I see how my thumb is keeping that thread from tangling in on right in there. It's kind of, my thread is feeding underneath of my thumb there. And see, it's starting to tangle, but I can see it happen, and I can work it loose. Yeah, it wants to twist. Put my thumb in there. It's still kind of twisty there. One more. Put my thumb in between those two threads. And this is probably the hardest part, if you ask me. And now I'm going to take the thread that I hooked under my tail thread and this thread, and I'm going to tie a knot, which means I'm working with this long thread again, but a long thread is a long thread. You just have to be patient with it. And I'm just going to put it through that loop, through the loop, and tie a knot. These two. Come on, don't tie a knot till I get there. Put my hand in there. And I'm sure that there are professionals who do this a lot better than I do. But did it not? No. Don't want want it to knot until I get there. There we go. Now, I might come back in and put a little glue on that, but for right now, I'm just going to tuck it under that bobby pin. And now it should be a little easier. What you do, I've got my long thread. You go back in, and you go in the one in your, go through there. Did I go through the one? You go through this one too, if I can find it. That paint, I think I kind of wipe it off with my hands. It's hard for me to see where it's at. Right here, I think. So let's do that again. Go in here, and then in here. You ask me, the first page is the worst, and it's really the last page. Go in there. Get in there. Come on. Now I want to keep it from tangling, because it's got a lot to tangle on. I'll pull that bobby pin out. It's in the way. All right. And it gets easier because you use more thread, and the bobby pin really needs to be over here because it's moving around on me now. Put the bobby pin down over here. And pull. Keep your fingers there to keep that thread from tangling. I don't want it tangly. I'm just pulling it through. Now I am pulling it through the back cover too. We don't need it pulling on this one. Of course it wants to. Come on, get out of there. And this is not a tutorial, believe me. If you want a tutorial, I recommend not Jacqueline, I got Jacqueline on my brain, Treasure Books. She's just go to Treasure Books or do YouTube Treasure Books, Copic stitch binding, and it'll take you right to it. Okay, so there's my first stitch right in there, my first binding. And here it is over here. Here it is over here. Now I want to come, like I went under there, I want to come under this one with my needle. And let me show you here. You go, there's a thread there that goes from the inside to the back journal. It's right in there. It's right in. Put my thread in, my needle ends right there. And you put your needle through there and pull that through. And then you go back through, and I'm going to go over that thread again. I don't know, I think you do, because it kind of forms a braid. So I'm going to kind of go back over, and then you want to go back in that same hole. And you kind of tighten it up as you go. I'm kind of working loose right now, but you can tighten these threads up. Where's the hole? Where's that right there? And I'll tighten these up. So you want them a little tighter. Pull that through. But I want to make sure my threads aren't going to tangle up on me. Put my thumb in there. See, it's pulled some thread from sitting around someplace on here. It'll pull onto any loose stuff you have on your desk. Your thread will find it, and it'll say, "Come along with me, and we'll tangle." So I'm just pulling this thread back through that second hole there, trying to keep it nice and neat. And it gets easier. It gets easier as you go. Where's my thread? Put my finger in there. It's like starting the first row in a crochet piece. The first row is always the hardest, if you ask me. Now I'm going to you don't want it too tight, but you kind of want it firm. Now I'm going to open it up again, and we're ready for the next one, which is 1 inch away. And I've got so much thread on here. I wonder if I double this a little bit more, that I won't have so much to pull through. Hold on. Let me double this thread a little more. There. Okay. So I'm going to come through this one again, and through the third one down here, which is, and it's pulling loose as I do this, but I'll tighten it up. I pulled all those loose. You don't want to pull those things loose, but it's the only way I could see it. I'll pull it through. I need to tighten all of this again. Let me tighten this. There we go. See how much I pulled? I think it's tight in here now. Pretty tight, not totally. I think a bigger book is harder to handle. Alright, let's pull on this. So I got to be careful when I do the next ones that I don't pull these threads loose. There we go. There's the third one. Now, you come under. I just find things as I go. All these little scrappies. My thread finds them and says, "Oh, come along. I'll take you for a ride. We'll tangle up her work." So here's my third stitch right in here. I'm going to go under. And that's what makes it nice with a curved needle. It works under there pretty easy with the curved needle. Don't want to tangle that up. Don't tangle on me. Don't you tangle. There we go. So pull that tight. We're going to go back through that same hole. If I can find it. Go back through it here. And there. Where'd it go? It went under. I didn't get it in the middle. It's hard to see it. There it is. And keep your threads nice and untangled if you can. The ones in the center get a little hard to reach. Now, I pulled these when I did this third stitch, so I want to avoid doing that when I do this next stitch. Let's see, the next stitch would be right in here. Working with a long thread is kind of a challenge. So I'm going to go right in there, and I want to go through. I don't want to pull on these, but I need to go through that fourth hole there. And I tend to want to pull. Where's the fourth one? Yeah. Right there, and get in there. I got it right there. I did it without pulling too hard on it. Pull my needle in. What are you doing? Get in there. There we go. I stopped that in time. Don't want to tangle. I think the first page is the hardest to do, to tell you the truth. Maybe I'm wrong. We'll see when we get to the others. I might say the second page is the hardest. No, it's the third page. They're all hard. But I do like the Copic style binding. I just need to do this over and over and over again. It's like tatting. I was telling my tat friends that I understand what I need to do. Is that 3 months down the road, I go, now what was it's remembering it. It's remembering it 3 months down the road. And it takes practice. And it's the same way with doing this. You know, you understand, but the technical part you need the technical part. You just need to practice, practice, practice. And the more you do it, the better you become at it, just like any other skill. This is still a little loose in here. I don't know if I can tighten it up anymore just by pulling on it. This is awfully loose. I think. I don't know if I can tighten that up anymore. I pulled on it. And we'll see. We'll just keep going. It's a junk journal. Okay, I want to go in again, and I want to make sure that I'm coming through the... I tend to not go through. Pages, larger pages are kind of hard to do, if you ask me. All right, there, it's in there. And pull it through, pull it through, pull it through. Pull it through, pull it through. I think I have 8 pages to do, 8 folios. What time is it? It's 9:30. I won't get all of it. I'll be lucky if I get this one done. Okay, we're going to go down one. I'm going to go down to this one and into, if I can, get my needle in there, into this one. Come on, you're almost there, Mary. There. Keep my thread nice and straight. I do think the first one is the hardest, though. I keep saying that, but I do believe the first one is the hardest. And it is a junk journal, so if I have to add a little spit and glue on it, tape and glue, I'm not going to cry about it. It isn't like I'm binding them a masterpiece volume here. I'm going to go back out and watch her tutorial again. I think I'm doing it right. Now see, I didn't get that all the way pulled through, but I don't think I'm beyond that point that I can pull on it here. It's right here. There. Now, is there a knot in it? That's the problem. I got a little knot there. Can I get that out? Part of it is seeing what I'm doing. Yeah, that's why it didn't go through. Let's see if I can work that knot out. It twists on itself. I get a lot of these in padding. And it's just a matter of understanding the knot. You got to loosen that thread down at the base. Get in there. See? If you loosen that thread down at the base, it's just the thread loops and then it kind of loops again down at the base. If you're just patient with it. There we go. So, where am I at here? I'm at the, actually I'm getting there. So I'm at the back here. Where's my thread? I'm right here. So I have to go under and back through. So I don't know if you can see what I say by going under, but there's, when I come through and go to the back side of the book, it kind of forms a little stitch in there. And you take your needle and you go back under that stitch. And that's why a curved needle works really well when you're doing this type of binding. And look how tangly those are. Straighten yourself out right now. What am I doing? He said, we're trying, Meri. You're pulling on us this way and that way, and we don't know what we're doing. We'll just come on through. I doubled my thread almost down to the end of my needle so that, to the end of the deal so that I wouldn't have such a long thread. All right, so now I need to go back through. So we're going to go back through that. And did I get through it? Yes, I did. Handle this down here so it doesn't pull in on itself. Uh-oh. What did it do? What did you do? Oh, it caught on the bobby pin. Yeah, I'm getting down to that bobby pin. All right, hold on. I don't know if you guys are following this, but I'm having fun. I'll probably leave pretty close to 10 o'clock tonight because I am kind of tired. All right, now we want to go through. There's two, like I had two smaller ones here. There's two smaller ones down there. So I have to go through. There's this one, and then a 1/2 inch away is another one. So we're going to go through that one. Let me turn my book. I'm going to go through that, and we want to go through the hole there on the back. And you can't see because my gold thread is kind of blending in there. But if you could see where the threads were, you could see they're kind of like little horizontal stitches on the back. I probably should have painted that strip there, but I like it like it is. So we're coming through. It's going pretty good over here. See, the thread's getting shorter, so it's a little easier to handle. Now I need to go under this thread right here. I'm going under it. Keep my thread nice and neat. Kind of pull it tight and then back through that same hole. If I can see it there. Back through that same hole. One more. I don't want this to all tangle up on me. And then we got one more stitch here. Now there's a trick to doing the two end ones, and I'm not sure I'm doing them right. But here again, I'd say go watch the tutorial. So I'm going to go through this. I don't know if I poked a hole in that. Did I poke a hole? Doesn't feel like I poked a hole there. My needle in, and I want my needle to go in that last one there. See if I can get my hand in there. Come on. Oh, I got the bobby pin there, no wonder. Hold on. That bobby pin's a good clamp. All right, get my hand in there. There we go. Now, I think the thing of what you do is you go under, but you don't go back through. You go back through the next signature, the next folio. I think that's the trick. I think that's the trick. And I'm just pulling this thread through. Keep my hand there. There we go. Now I am going to go under this one, and then I'll get the next one ready. And my next thread is not going to be this long. Just come under that thread. Where is it at? right there. Keep my finger in there to kind of guide it, so when it wants to pile up, my finger's kind of catching it. Say, no, you can't do that. No, 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 no. It's tangling over here. I don't want this to tangle. It kind of winds in on itself. That's why it tangles. It wants to pull in on itself there. Where did that thread go? Right here. There we go. Alrighty. Come on, don't do this to me. You can't tangle. You can't do that. Boy, it's really wanting to. No, I said no. And you really want to watch a pro if you learn. I'm not claiming to be a professional at this. This is probably my third journal that I've done Copic stitch on, and that in no way makes you a pro. There we go. Now, I don't want to go back through this, but I am going to take a minute and straighten this thread out by taking my needle, and it's still pretty long thread, and I'm going to bring my needle way down to the base, right down to there, and then I'm going to pull my needle up and kind of pull the thread like that, and that kind of gets rid of some of the twist. It's kind of like holding your thread up high and letting it dangle. Only it's too high to, I mean, it's too long. I'd have to be a tall giant to do it with that. Okay, so now the next signature would be this one. This is and I want this guy in the center. I want these, I want the dog to be facing the man. So I want it like this. And that's going to work nice. That matches that. And then this one matches, and this matches that. See, here you can see those long threads on the inside. It's kind of wobbly. I think I could have had this tighter. But I think, too, that comes with practice. And I think because the journal's so large, I'm having a hard time handling it. So I don't know if I can strengthen those threads by just pulling on them. Let's see if I can. I might do more harm than good here. Get that bottom one out of the way. And of course I'm messing up my thread there. I'll deal with that later. Let's see if I can tighten these up a little. I don't know if I can. Once you've got them in there. I might be loosening them up, period. I might be doing more harm than good here. Oh, I feel like I got about a half of an inch there. I don't know. I kind of like that. We'll see. So now what I want to do, I'll have to straighten all that thread out. And what time is it? It's 9:39. I want to mark this next page. And I guess I'll look. It's going to be hard to see that. But I think I'm going to put a piece of washi in there just to strengthen this. This is just newsprint. This is just newsprint. And I don't mind. I like it like that. But I'd rather have it stronger, and I'd rather have something that I can see. So I'm going to put a piece of this in here. And I can see my markings better. And some of this may be down, you know, I cut some of them deeper than I did the others, so I don't know if I can get them all stitched. I don't know if I paid that much of attention while I was doing these. So we'll just see what happens. Oh, where do I want to go to? Right to there. Right to here. I do like Tim Holtz's tape. It's strong, but also his release paper is easier to get off. I still have a little bit of a struggle, but it's a lot easier. All right, we'll start up here. And yeah, it will kind of disturb the look of the margin there, but I would rather have it stronger than... It's a junk journal. It's a junk journal. I don't want to stretch that too tight. And now I want to take my paper. Throw this stuff away. My scissors. That's the top. Yeah, I think it'll be pretty good here. It's supposed to be a 1/2 inch. Might bring that down a little bit more. That's a 1/2 inch. Boy, that's just going to barely fit in there. We'll see how that works. Let me throw this away. And I want my pink paint pen. This is going to be an interesting stitch there. And right there, and right there, and right there. Right there, right there. Here, here, and here. So there, here, 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 here. And I don't care if it's pink. I mean, that will show a little. It'll be pink and gold. I mean, it's a junk journal. I keep saying it's a junk journal. All right, now I need to poke the holes. Yeah, bobby pin and ink pens, and I'll poke this one. Now I'll make them fairly large because finding them again. Right here at the very bottom. here. Oh, that fell out of the pocket there. All right, there. We'll have to put those back in. I have a pocket right there. 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 And there. And we're right at the very tippy top. There. Okay. So now, my nice tangled thread. It's not too bad. We need this to go here. So I'm going to put my bobby pin, and I'll probably have to get a clamp out eventually. And so my thread is down here at the bottom, and I've already got under, so now I want to go through this one, this last one, right here. And that is right down there. Make sure I go through it. Yeah. Come on, you're almost through it. It's through that tape. There we go. Oops, don't unthread your needle. All right. My next thread is not going to be this long. I don't care if I have to tie knots in it. Working with these long threads can be very frustrating. So I'm coming through I went under my thread over here from the bottom, and now I'm going back through to the inner of the next page at the very bottom. What time is it? 9:46. It should go a little bit faster now. All right, so now I want to come up to the next one here and go in, come in, and we don't have to poke down through the cover, but we have to go under that thread, and that's what binds them together here. Let me pull this thread through. So I'm going back through the very bottom one there. Now I take my needle. Now I forget what direction, so I'm always going to go from left to right. I'm going to come under my thread that right here. There's a thread. Let me hold this up. There's a thread right in there. Right in there. And get my needle in there. Where is it? Where is it? No, it's way down here. I'm not sure that's right. Do I go back under this one? Surely I don't. I go under this one. That's what I do. I go under this one. Right there. There we go. And here again, I would recommend you go watch Treasure Book's tutorial. Any Sea Lemon is another good book binding instructor. So is, I think it's called DAS, D-A-S binding. I don't watch that one much, but I've watched Sea Lemon several times. All right, now we want to go back. I want to go back in. Let me get a hold of it here. I want to go back in this one. I can't see where I'm going. I think it's way up here. Oh, I went way up there, I did. But there it is, right there. It'll work itself out. And we pull that one through. It gets a little easier now. In my head, it does. You don't have to deal with binding that cover. So then you pop over to the next one, which is right there. Go in. In there. You don't have to worry about poking it through. You go in, pull it through. Make sure I'm not gonna tangle it up. Pull it through. Make sure it's not catching on anything. There's your next stitch. And then you come under your previous stitch over here. And I can see it. I don't know if you guys can see it. But let me get my needle. That's right here. You go under that one. Get it in there. There. And that's why, this is why a curved needle, I keep saying that, why the curved needle works. Pull that through. Now you do go back through this one. Put her back in there. Now, just watch this. Make sure that it's not going to tangle on me. But my thread is getting shorter, so it's a little bit easier to handle. And then you go up one more. See, it's getting easier to do now. Go up one more. In here. Come through. Yeah, I don't know if you can see them, but my stitches are right there. And then you have to go under that previous stitch, which is right here. Get my needle. That previous stitch is right there. And go under it. Right there. Pull that through. I'll probably just get these 2 pages done tonight. I might do the others offline. Tomorrow's Saturday. I have some other things that I need to do tomorrow. Some other art-related things that I need to get done. Pull that one through. Make sure it's not going to tangle over here. I always put my... kind of separate these two if you can, the 2 threads. Where's my pull on this one? Pull that through. Pull it through, pull it through, pull it through. There we go. So it's starting to bind itself in here. One more. Well, more than one more. The next one. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more. If we do this one, we'll have 4 more. But it's a lot easier now. That binding the first page to the cover and the last page to the cover are the hardest. If you ask Meri. And what do I have? A little knot in there. You want to get rid of those little knots. Where's my white paper? See, I get these little knots. They loop on into each other there. And I just take a pin, and at the base of that knot, if you don't pull it tight, you can open it up. It's like a little, like it's choking. It's like it's choking the loop. Here's the loop here. I don't know if you can see it. There's the loop. And at the base here, you get your pin in there at the base and open it up. Hopefully, open it up. Did I get it in there? It's so hard to see. It's so hard to see sometimes. Put your pin in there and open that loop up and give it some space. Yeah. Come on. Yeah, I got it. I don't have it yet. I can't see. I don't have good lighting. I need better lighting. Did I get it? I opened my loop up. It's the base that's still knotted. Down here. Come on. Don't be stubborn. I don't know if wax thread would... I'm not using wax thread. If you use wax thread, you may not have this type of trouble. There, I got it. But do stop and untangle it. Don't let it tangle more. If you untangle the little knots when you see them, catch them as soon as you can. Now, what was I doing here? It looks like I was ready to go through under this one. Looks like I have a loop there that I have a knot in it that I didn't catch. But it's not big enough to matter. Let's get under it. It's going to blend in. But look, it's what it's doing there. Come on, don't do this to me. I'm just about ready to quit. And it says, let's mess her up. You're not going to mess me up. I'm getting to the end of this page, and then we're going to call it a night. Come through that. See, look at that thread pulled on that little scrap. And a little scrap like that can cause a knot, a tangle. That's why you need to, I really should have cleaned this whole desk off. Get all your pens and pencils and scissors and everything away from your work area. All right, now I want to go back in. And I will say the inner ones, the inside pages, did I get in there? The inside pages are the easiest to do. Get in there. It's not going through. Come on. The curved needle's a little tricky to handle too. I don't know why that's not going through. There it is. I feel it. There we go. It's going through that tape. The tape is a fabric tape, but it's strong and it strengthens my margins. All right. It helps to have long fingers. Pulling it through. So look at, see, there's another little scrap, and there's another one here, another one there. We just got a few more to do here. But I am getting it pretty tight, I think, tight enough. It's working itself in. In here. Pull it through. And then go, you always go under the previous stitch. Right, here's my previous one right there. You go under it. And I don't know if you go left to right or right to left. I don't know of the directional there. I think that I'm always going left to right, but I'm not sure if that's proper or not. But it seems to work for me. I'm always going left to right. And then I cross my thread over again. When you cross your thread over, it kind of forms that little braid in there. It kind of, you know, crosses over like that. And as you work up, it kind of forms a little braid. You go back in. Make sure I'm going back in again. I can feel it. Pull it through. Make sure you don't tangle it. I put my finger there. So I put my finger to separate those two threads. It helps to have a long finger. Like that. And then you go to the next one. We're getting there. Go in. Go in. Did I punch that? Go in. Now see, I'm not going through the back cover. We're all done with the back cover. And pull that through. Make sure your threads aren't tangling. What do I have here? There we go. Pull it through like that. Come under this thread. Come under your previous stitch, which is right here. I go left to right. Put my needle in from the left and come out the right side of that bottom, the previous stitch. And then I cross it over and go back in. Go back in. Right there. And make sure your threads don't tangle. Pull it through. Sometimes I think if you pull too fast, your threads want to tangle. Don't pull too fast. What do I have a knot here? What's going on? There's a knot in there. It's right here. See, I pulled too fast on it, and look what it did. Get my white. I pulled way too fast on that, and it didn't like it. The same thing, it chokes that loop. See, it's choking it down here at the base. Oh, let's get my pen out. Hopefully it didn't choke it too tight, that I can just work that out. I'm working out the base threads. I'm not pulling on this thread. I'm not pulling on the loop. I'm trying to get my pen through the base threads and working those loose so my loop can come out of it, hopefully. It might be more than one base here. There we go. And there you go. I pulled. Go slow, Mary. You don't want to pull on this too fast because the thread, now wax thread may not tangle as much. This is not wax thread. I have some wax thread that I got from Rebecca. I should be using it, but this is a junk journal. I'll save that for a different journal. All right, I'm going in, and don't pull fast, Mary. Let's get these threads separated. Just take it slow. You won't have all those tangle troubles. All right. Then you go under your previous stitch. My needle. My previous stitches. Right in here. It's a little iffy in there, I think. I'm going to go through that one. That may be the wrong one. We'll find out. And I'll pull that through from left to right. And go back in. Now the only reason I have these two closer together is I have a curved corner here. And so the first two, I put the stitches closer together. The others, I have an inch between them. Come back through. Right there. Last one's coming up. You don't want to tangle your thread. Keep your thread nice and neat, Mary. You don't want those tangles. And we'll quit after this is done. And then the last one is right here. And I'm not sure I have I might have pulled my thread out of that. I don't know where. I think I might have pulled that thread. I'm not sure about that last stitch. But we'll work with it however I have it. What's this? I'll tear on my paper. There should be a stitch down here, but I think I messed that up. So I'm just going to go under. See, I'm going to go under this one over here. Yeah, I think, and I'm going to go right to left instead of left to right this time. but that's not proper. So don't do what I do. I should have another stitch in there, and I don't have it. And then you don't go back through this one. You go back through the top of your next folio. But I'm not going to do that next folio. So I think it's pretty tight in there. It looks pretty good. It was loose at first, but I think I tightened it up enough. And the pages are let me get my bobby pin out. The pages are going to turn nice. They may be a little loose in there. They may be a little loose, but still, we'll just see as I go. If it's loose, I don't want to say that. I'll just continue on and see how it happens. But I'm not going to continue on tonight because it's quitting time. Let's put these. For now, I'm going to put these back in the pocket. They go right here. They go in here. The pocket's not very deep. Put that bobby pin there. Oh, what happened to that other bobby pin? And I'll take those out again when I start binding again, because they're going to cause an issue in there. You want to take out any of your extra stuff. So the next page that we'll work on, and of course, you know, things like this are going to be, it's going to cause an issue as you're working because it's extra stuff. See, that's extra stuff in there. That's all one page, and I've got a inclusion in there. And I've already got a binding there. So I'll be working around this. This envelope is already bound in this signature. Now I want to use this signature in here with the Copic stitch. And I might have to trim this plastic a little. I think I can trim it just a little so it's not in my way. But I'll probably, is that stitched down? Yeah, see, this is glued down. So this is all, I'll probably take these guys out. This is all going to be kind of hard. I'll put in some tape there probably. Maybe some tape here. And maybe even some tape there. Just to secure it a little more. This is a real heavy page. With this and this. So I'll do that offline. But I think I'm going to be happy with it once I get it bound. I'm happy with the first two. So, and lucky for me, when I'm doing this one, my thread is shorter, so I won't have a long thread to fight. A huge long. And I'll keep binding till I get to the end. I may do a page at a time, a page a day. It may not happen all at once. Let me refresh my chat. It's 12 after 10 here. Let me come out and say good night to everybody. I'm kind of tired. My chat filter. I want to thank you guys for sticking with me. Hi, Karen K. Good night, Caritha. Allie K says, fun little journal, Mary. Thank you. It's my January junk journal. It will be a finish. Look how thick this is. Look how thick this one is. This will be, oh, well, I guess maybe as I work on it. That one's thick. This folio, signature folio is really thick. This one is really thin. So it's a junk journal. It's gonna have flaws, but I love this. I love this. But I am going to have a finish eventually. All right. I'm just going to leave that there. Let's see. Who else do I need to say goodnight to? To Teresa, to Kitty Jen, to Allie K, to Angie Girl. Mary, you'll have to go up and read what I wrote to you. Okay, Angie, I'll get there. Let's see. Angie says, too much work for me. Yeah, it is work. It is work, but you know what? It's fun. And it's kind of educational in a way, too, to learn how to do the different ways to bind a journal. And it's a junk journal, so if you mess up, you're not really messing up anything that's, you know, is costly or expensive. And what better way to learn than on junk? All right, let's see what else. Allie K says, Allie K says, a man and his dog. Allie K, yeah, a man and his dog. That silhouette really turned out good, didn't it? Legia went to bed, I think. They're saying goodnight to Legia. She says, dear peeps, I'm going to call it a night. I'm so about to get into bed and snuggle up with my cat and drift off with a dream of fun crafting. Sweet dreams, Legia. I know she can't hear me, but I'm sending off sweet dreamers wishes to her. Jen says, if you put it together offline, we won't get to see you. Well, that's true, but you got to see me for a couple hours tonight. And I'll be doing the same thing for the rest of these pages, clear to the first one. And then the first one, I'll do similar to the last one. And on the first one, you'll see the little horizontal stitches on the front cover. Let's see. I'm looking for Angie's message. Jen says, oh yeah, we read that. They're saying they're laughing at Angie. LAK says, Sea Lemon's Copic Stitch tutorial. LAK left a link to Sea Lemon's tutorial. You haven't heard of this, tried this binding. She says, I haven't tried this binding. I guess I'm too lazy. Well, you know, I usually do the pamphlet stitch, but this Copic stitch is nice, especially, you can do that with, I'm using a folio, a folded page, but you can do, I think you can do the Copic stitch with just one page. You know, I think, or something similar to the Copic stitch. Tanya and Lisa did something, they didn't call it a Copic, but it's a method of, it's similar to this, where you do the twist and go back in and under again with just one page rather than a folio. On this, we're going in between. We're putting our needle in here and coming out and doing the twist and then come back in and go out. I think with what we did with Teresa, I don't want to say because I'd have to go review. But there's a way to do something similar to this, only with just one page. Let's see. I kind of like this. I like the pamphlet stitch too, but I kind of like this. I like how it binds it on the spine. And I'm going to keep practicing it. You'll probably see me do this a lot until I get a good handle on it. And this is a junk journal. If you're doing just flat pages like this, it's a lot easier. If I was doing a whole stack of flat pages, it'd be a lot easier than all of this uneven stuff. All right. She's poking. Angie says, Mary, get that bobby pin out of your mouth, young lady. Did I not teach you anything? Is that what you told me to read, Angie? Get the bobby pin out of your mouth? Becky was doing something and she put pins in her mouth. And she said, Angie's always telling Mary to get the needles out of her mouth. Oh, Angie. You know, beauticians a lot when they're opening the bobby pin, they open it with their teeth. But beauticians don't use bobby pins that much anymore. Angie, from that buffering balcony. Oh, hi Angie from the buffering balcony, Karen says. Wake up, chat, she says. Angie, Kitty Jen says, no, Angie, I don't think you and I use composition books and just glue. Oh, I don't think. You and I use composition books and just glue the stuff in on that. Yeah, composition books are nice too. I don't have anything against composition books. Have nothing against using them. This is just a different way to approach it. It's another way. It's a fun way, and I'm in love with my hands here, my people hands. I think this was highly creative, if I don't say so myself. Brag, brag, brag. Let's see. Angie says, that is the way I make 3-ring journals, and you can add pages if you want to. Yeah. Well, you know, that's what Dee Dee's doing for her Society of Idea Collector. You can, a 3-ring binder is nice if you want to switch pages around, and if you're doing things that you know you need to adjust later. This, once it's in, you know. But these pages are all done. I probably won't be moving them around much. I'm loving this page. I'm loving my silhouette page, and I do like all of these pages. I'm liking how it came together. So I think, have I caught everything? Allie K says, in the yarn community, when your yarn gets all tangled up in one big mess, we call that yarn barf. Yeah, hoping Meri doesn't end up with a pile of thread barf. Oh dear, I didn't know you called it yarn barf. Well, I have, now that I have a yarn winder, I don't encounter it so much. But sometimes when you buy thread like this, well, this was new, so it's nice and tight and everything. But sometimes when you buy yarn and thread like used, and somebody's used it before and it's all tangled up in a mess, I'll tell you, I swear the best way to get a lot of those tangles out is just grab one end of the thread here and one end of the thread there and just shake. Well, you can't see my hands. One hand here and one hand here, and just shake that thread. And it when it messes up like it does here, it's just because it's piled onto itself, and when you start pulling it tight, you're tightening up all those tangles in there. You want to shake them out. Shake them, shake them, shake them. Yarn barf. Jen says, or it might be in a tote with the leftover cross-stitch stuff. What are you talking about, Jen? Let's see. Allie K says, I'm glad you're hanging in there, Stephanie. One day at a time. I asked Goldie. Let's see. She says, let's see. Let me see what Goldie is saying here. Goldie says, good night, Debbie and Allie. We've had a rough time, but today she's doing a lot better. Oh, sending healing thoughts and good prayers out to Goldie. That, you know, that all that surgery stuff, that just has to be, it has to be a trial. And just sending good thoughts out to her and to Lori Bethy for supporting her. And, you know, it's a strain. Hugs Goldie. I don't know if she's still here, but let's see. What did Allie K say? Hello there. I missed it earlier. I've been working on one of my crochet work in progresses. I've been sewing penguin parts. And Goldie says, hi, Allie. That sounds cute. And Allie says it is. He has a scarf and a winter hat. All right, I can't go up any further in chat, so I think it's time to call it a night. Thank you guys for bearing with me. I think all I've done was the haul and the the binding. We chatted a little. So, oh, and I did sort out a couple of, I went through a couple bags of stuff that I brought in from the other room. So, I wish you all a good weekend. Tomorrow's Saturday. Don't forget, look for Jacqueline around 12 Eastern to finish her sale that she didn't get to finish tonight. And Debbie Epps is having a de-stash sale tomorrow at 2 p.m. Don't forget Beth Schuler will be on at 6 p.m. And that's about all I know for Saturday. There's probably other people on that I'm not aware of. So have a great weekend, everybody, and I will see you Sunday at 6 o'clock. Nighty-night, sweet dreams, sweet dreams, sweet, sweet dreams. Good night.